Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube page. Week 15 in the NFL here. I'll be previewing every single game, so be sure to subscribe to my page and catch me on Twitter at SNewsAnalysis. That's at SNewsAnalysis. The Rams, the Vikings, both with flickering playoff hopes, will meet each other in Week 15 from St. Louis. Obviously, a game of great importance for both teams. You can kind of look at this as an official elimination game. Both teams still have playoff chances. They're outside playoff chances, and they'll need help. But to even have a chance in the last two games, both teams need to win this game. So a very interesting game here in St. Louis at 1 p.m. here on Fox. The Rams come into this game. Look, they won the game in Buffalo. They won a road game. Those are the positives to take from the Rams game last week. It wasn't a pretty game. They win the game 15-12. It wasn't pretty, but hey, it's a young team who played tough and grinded out a win on the road. And I think if you're Jeff Fisher, that's kind of where the focus is this week in practice. Hey, we won the game last week. Let's work on what we didn't do quite as well. But it's much easier to make those corrections and sell those corrections off of a win. The Rams under Fisher, look, they're a young team that's growing. They're a young team that in spots is not extremely talented yet, but you see the effort there week in and week out. One place where they are extremely talented is on the defensive line with the Chris Longs and the Michael Brockers and the Robert Quinns of the world. Those players are playing at a very good level here about the last month and a half of the season. Whether that'll play a big role in this game, I'm not too sure, because they're not only because they play the pass pretty good, run pretty good, but those guys are primarily pass rushers, and against a Vikings team that's not going to put the ball up that much, we'll be interested to see kind of the impact they have on this game from a pass rush perspective. I think what's important for the Rams is to get out early against a team like the Vikings that has such a good running attack. Okay, and that has the best running back in the league, maybe the best player in the league in Adrian Peterson. It's going to be about the Rams coming out in those first couple of drives and really establishing themselves, so they can set the tone for the rest of the game. So now you put Christian Ponder in a spot where he's coming from behind. Because if there's anything we know about the Vikings now, it's that they don't want Christian Ponder to win the game for them. They want to keep the game close enough, so have Christian Ponder manage the game. And when we're talking about Christian Ponder, we are using it in I guess you would say, negative connotation as a game manager, right? That's a term that's thrown around a lot. Sometimes it means a good quarterback who doesn't screw things up, and sometimes it means you're trying to sort of hide the quarterback, for lack of a better term, because you don't want him losing the game for you. And that's the situation Ponder's in his development. Sam Bradford isn't too much farther along, to be honest. Okay, but when you have the best running back in the league, it's about staking to that early lead, okay, and then doing what they need to do on defense to kind of sustain it. And I think whoever gets out to an early lead in this game will be at a serious advantage. St. Louis is at home in this game. -3 is the early line. This is a true toss-up game, at least in my eyes, because of the lack of dependency or lack of confidence I have in either quarterback, and because of the fact that these are young teams that can be mistake-prone at any time, and there's absolutely no way to predict that. But I do like the Rams at home -3. And this is mostly a pick for me that comes down to, I think Jeff Fisher's going to have these guys in a frenzy. I think he's going to sell to them that, hey, look, we're still right in this playoff race when no one thought we could be here. And I look for the Rams to come out at home. I think that's the key here, and come out very motivated against this Vikings team. And I think the Rams get out early. I think they make Christian Ponder beat them. And I think that's a big determining factor in this game. And I'm not saying they're going to completely stop Adrian Peterson, but I'm going to say he's not going to get the 30-plus carries he did last week, because I think the Vikings will be coming from behind. So I like the Rams -3 at home versus the Vikings. So I like the Rams to move to 7-6-1, and I like the Vikings to move to 7-7. As always, let me know what you think. I'm always on the YouTube comments, always on Twitter, @SNewsAnalysis. Thanks, guys.